Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning, March 31st, 2018, and yes, I am sitting on my desk. I thought that being at the end of the first quarter and looking forward to where we're headed with a live effort, I thought it would be good for all of us to take a collective breath and a step back from our screens like we should do during the trading day and gain some perspective. So I won't take up too much of your time today, but I did want to give everybody an update in terms of where things stand. And again, just encourage all of us to take a step back. I tweeted the other day that it's a fine line between being a little bit over-exuberant and letting people know appropriately so of an exciting event, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So if I've crossed that line to the other side, I apologize. But I am truly excited about what's happening in the industry and what's happening with our live build-out effort. A reminder for those of you that don't know, the reason that we still have to wait another month is that I've been involved as a chief financial officer for a high-tech firm here on the East Coast, which was an interim gig that became more permanent than I expected. And so I've really wanted to honor that commitment and get them set. The company went through a sale last year. We're past that, and it's at a point now where I can let them go, and they'll be fine, and I can return back to this, which is my first passion and my love. So I've got another month to wrap that other effort up, but I assure you that we are spending every hour, every minute in off time, if you will, which really isn't off time, continuing to build out the live effort, and I want to let you know where that thing stands. So that's why there's a gap here. As you can imagine, being CFO for a substantial company is not a mundane task, and it's killed me that it's taken me away from market opportunities. But as you've known, I have stayed very engaged over the course of market openings, closings, catcher's mitts, Europe, Asia. So that has continued, and I still do trade every day. But I'm looking forward to where we're at. So where do we stand right now in the live effort? I love the fact that I can move this mic back and forth all over the place. We are in a good spot right now. Of the folks that have signed up for it, and we've overshot the numbers that we needed critical mass for pretty quick. And I've not done anything other than tweet and put this on the blog. But of all the people that have signed up, we've got about a third of the folks that I've worked with in the past that I know very well. People that have been through the Jelly program or that I've known through other associations, and these are good traders. These are good traders. I am honored and privileged and looking forward to trading alongside other people that I know they know what they are doing. That is going to be so huge. So I'd say about a third of the people fall into that category. In fact, some of those folks, I didn't even expect to sign up for them because I'm thinking these are good traders. Why do they need this? And they're saying, Don, he said, do you realize what you're onto here? You're on. I mean, I look at. I have technical indicators, and I might have, I pay for that, and I pay for streaming, and I pay for chat, and I pay for networking, and I pay for coaching. And I said, you're going to have a form that has all of that, and it's going to be like my cable bill. It's going to be like my internet and phone and TV all bundled, and it's a no-brainer. Plus, I know you, and so I'm honored, I'm humbled when I hear that. So anyway, about a third of the people fall into that category. I'd say another third fall into the, newer in their careers, still, trying to get that momentum going, that sustained performance going. But I've also worked with it at some point in the past, so I know a little bit about them. And I'd say the other third, I've never met before. I've never met before, who have been very cordial and have explained to me that they'd like to be a part of this. And so that's kind of where we're at right now. Again, we hit critical mass fairly quickly. I have to make a decision on how widely I let this be known, because I have a certain number in mind that I think would be wonderful for critical mass. I mean, let's face it, the more traders you have rowing in the same direction, the more rowers you have in the boat, the more powerful that boat becomes, right? So there is strength in numbers. I do want to bring everybody's attention to the frequently asked question page on the DonMillerLive.com site, because we've been careful there to really try to get at some issues that are important to us and important in terms of what our intent is, and hopefully has answered some questions that have been raised. Right off the bat, the number one purpose and intent of this is to maximize trader profitability in a focused environment, period. Everything else that we do should lead to that goal, should be supportive of that goal. And if it's not supportive of that goal, then there's no reason doing it. We're all in this to make good money. and there can be some really good money made in this business. Otherwise, it becomes an expensive hobby. It becomes a social network, and as much as important as the social part of this is going to be, right? And we've got rooms for, I call it the water cooler. We've got a room for celebrating successes. All of that's going to be very, very important, so that we feel connected and we feel supportive as if we're in the same physical room. It's incredibly important that we stay focused. So everything that we're building is compartmentalizing things like audio and chat and after hours and streaming. You can kind of pick and choose what you want, or if you want all of them and can stay focused, great. But we're being very careful of that, and I appreciate the feedback that we've gotten as we've gone through the build-out process. And so again, if you can take a walk through that FAQ tab, I would appreciate it. I will say I am looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody in Europe, and I've hinted at this in the past, but now this is it. I'm looking for someone in Europe who would be willing to help lead a bit, help be a bit of a, for lack of a better word, moderator. My schedule, the chat's going to be open 24/7. The streaming's going to be open 24/7. My availability, obviously, because I am not a robot, will be somewhere between 7 a.m. and we'll close the U.S. market at 5 Eastern time, 5 p.m., but then reopen it up, on maybe a limited basis, but still be following the transition to Asia, which is important, the catcher's mitt opportunities and that kind of thing. So that's my schedule with standard briefings over the course of the day, and that's all on the site. And as we're involved in actual RTH trade sequences and maybe some of the ETH stuff, that we'll be narrating to that as well. But I am looking for a presence during the Europe hours where someone can be there, active, supportive of the effort. 2 in the morning Eastern time, right? 8 o'clock your time, 9 o'clock DAX open, 3 a.m. our time. I obviously can't do that. So I want to reach out to the European community and let me know. I'd like to chat with you, get to know you a little bit, and find someone. I'll give you open access to the room and the tools and that kind of stuff. So let me know. I'd appreciate that. So again, I want to keep this fairly short today. I know this is an important holiday for many of you. I certainly wish all of you continued love, support, prosperity, everything that we have available to us in this world. I tend to be a bit hard on myself, a bit over-exuberant at times, and I know that comes across. You've gotten to know me very, very well, I'm sure, over the years, those of you that have followed me. And for some silly reason, some of you who have known me for as long as 20 years have come and said that you want to be a part of this. And again, I'm honored to be playing a role there. So that's a quick update on where we are. I just ask for you to be patient. I'll continue to send notes out over the course of the week to everybody involved, over the course of the month. I'm committed through the end of April, first week of May, jelly effort, right, for a week, and then May 7th, we jump right into this. So again, have a great weekend. God bless. Be joyous. Do all the things, hug your family, do all the things that are worthwhile in this life, and this will fall into place one way or the other. So thank you so much for your indulgence again and your interest, and I will be in touch. Take care.